Hello and welcome back to the Faces of UCM, the best place to get to know all of UCM's most interesting people. I'm your host, James Schnorrenberg. Our guest today is Darin Plummer, an accomplished and passionate softball coach. Hello, Darin, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, James.
How long have you been coaching, and what got you started?
Okay, so I've been coaching for several years. I got started right after my daughter turned 5. She wanted to play some t-ball, and so I signed up to be the coach. And it was like herding cats, a bunch of kids that had never played before, but it was fun. So yeah, she's 14 now, so 9 years or so been coaching.
What are your coaching philosophies? Like, why do you coach?
So the reason I want to coach is because I want to be one of those involved parents that just don't sit in the stands and complain about the umps or the refs or whatever the sport may be. And I don't want to complain about the coaches. It's tough to sit there and be pointing fingers at them when I wasn't willing to step up myself. So that's why I chose to coach. And, that's just been my philosophy. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. And I'm going to make sure that the kids have a good time and they learn the sport.
And now I understand your oldest, Kenzie, she's in high school. She's finished her first season. Yes. So how has your role changed? Like, are you going to continue to coach?
This was the first year. She just finished with her freshman year of high school ball. And that was a big adjustment, being able to sit in the stands and watching. And, I kind of enjoyed it, to be honest with you. Seeing a lot of the hard work that we put in, going to the fields, before, early for practice or afterwards, all these years, and working on things. And then seeing them, it's one thing to hear from your dad. Yeah, I'm your coach, but you hear from your dad, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. But seeing the coaches in high school telling her the same things and her being like, oh, okay. It's like, I've been telling you that for years, right? But so that's been kind of rewarding to see that. It's definitely been fun to sit and watch and let somebody else have all the headaches and the heartache. But it's been a good time.
And then what coaching season is next now that she is in high school?
Yeah, so she did just finish her freshman season. We're going to do comp ball in the spring. And so she has to move up because there's several girls on her past comp team that have already turned 15. So they're not going to be able to play 14U this coming year. They're going to play 16U, which is good because that's going to be more like high school. It'll be better competition for them. So that'll start in the spring. We'll probably start hitting the batting cages sometime in January. And, try to get out on the field as early as we can and as often as we can.
And then I know you have your youngest son, Toby. So now that she's in high school, are you going to focus more now on Toby's athletics?
So it's been a juggle because I've coached both their teams. I've coached not just softball for Mackenzie, but I coached her basketball teams as she was growing up until she was in 8th grade. And I've always coached Toby's basketball teams and his baseball teams. And so, it's still kind of that juggle, a little less pressure now that she has that outside influence. I don't feel fully responsible for her success anymore. Somebody else can take some of that burden. But yeah, I focus with Toby. We play competitive baseball. So it's just kind of a vicious cycle. It's nice that I can have Kenzie out there helping with Toby's team. She's helped several times at practice and stuff like that. And so it's just been a really great opportunity for me to spend time with my kids and something that we all enjoy and love. And so, I'm just going to continue that on.
How hard is it to just be a fan and not go into that coaching mode when you are watching Kenzie?
It's so tough. As a coach, you grow a passion. You know your players, you know their strengths, you know their weaknesses. And so they start on a new team. That coach doesn't know, their strengths or weaknesses. And so working with Mackenzie and saying, hey, you're going to have this tryout. As a coach, this is what she's going to look for. She's going to want you to hustle everywhere, and everything. So just being that fan, sitting back and watching has been fun, but it's been difficult as well.
That's all the time we have for today. I'm James Schnorrenberg, and thank you for joining us today on this edition of Faces of UCM.